Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I thought that I would not hear from or about Miss Liz Lazy Lizard Truss, the former foreign minister. That's how I got to know her. And then the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Great Britain. Not so great with this kind of people, gotta tell you that. Sunak know better, and definitely not Boris. But hey, what can you do? It seems like this is the same situation in Great Britain as in many other democratic countries. Somehow garbage gets to power through elections. I don't understand how that is, but I just pretend I understand it perfectly. Well, look, we got Biden and Kamala, other pieces of. Then we got Scholz, Baerbock, Jesus Christ. Macron is the good guy. He's just a weasel, but he's very smart. And I can go on and on with the list. Now, what happened? Miss Liz Truss, I think she might have some Romanian genetic makeup. Not makeup, but genetic makeup. You know why? Because I think she behaved just like a Romanian politician, and as a Romanian in general, I think. I'm not insulting Romanians, but hey, who is a Romanian probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But why am I picking up this article here? Is because something like this we from Romania did not expect in the Western world. Why? Because we were taught by weasels that in the West things are much, much better. In the West is democracy, freedom. They would just respect the law and all that. So, let me read you this little article here and we can discuss more about it. This comes from Sputnik, obviously. It is from the 1st of May 2023. Liz Truss agrees, there she is, yoopie agrees to pay $15,000 bill for private use of government residence. For what, baby doll? I wonder. All right, I didn't expect it. I read a little bit and I was like, you don't seem to be like that kind. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Let's see. Former UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has agreed to pay £12,000, $15,000 bill for missing slippers. You're a kleptomaniac. And bathrobes, as well as food and drinks from the government residence Chevening House. UK media reported on Monday. Truss received the invoice from the UK Cabinet Office, which claimed she used Chevening House for private parties. She had parties. What kind of orgies? Shortly before assuming the Prime Ministerial office. She has big parties over there with big things. Several weeks ago, according to the report by the UK news outlet, on Sunday, media reported her spokesman said the former Prime Minister, and I'm quoting, always paid for the costs of her personal guests. What about the sleepers? While the bill includes expenses for official meetings, therefore the sum should be revised. Oh my, now we're turning Romanian again? Another newspaper reported Truss had now agreed to pay for everything missing at the Chevening from Che Guevara, Chevening estate. Earlier reports citing sources indicated Truss, together with her advisors and allies from the Conservative Party, held campaign meetings that occasionally turned into late-night parties at Chevening House, to which she had access as then Foreign Secretary. Participants of such meetings, I call them meetings now, reportedly consumed food and wine there, as well as took bathrobes and sleepers. Why do you take a bathrobe? Because you took a bath after what or before what? Ooh, yeah, it was me. Okay, baby doll, good job. I'm not sure you're Romanian. All right. Chevening House is a 3,500-acre estate. Oh my God. In the county of Kent in southeastern England. It was transferred to the country in 1967 after the death of its previous owner, 7th Earl Stanhope. Since 1971, it has been at the disposal of UK foreign secretaries who had parties. All right, well, let me tell you how this resembles Romanians, or at least what I heard when I was a little boy and a teenager. Some people from Western countries, Romanians who defected and then became citizens of those countries, were allowed to come back to the communist Romania without being arrested or shot or anything. Some of them, not all of them. It depended how you left the country. If you left the country in a certain way, then you couldn't come back. The communists will take care of you. Okay, so if you left in a different ways, you could come back as a citizen of West Germany or France or United States or wherever you go. Great Britain, not really, because they had a very strict immigration policy. You couldn't go to Great Britain and England whatsoever. Now, let's go. Anyway, you meet Truss over there. You fix some bulbs. Anyway, so these guys were coming from the Western countries and they were telling the idiots, Romanians over there, we're not idiots, but those guys thought they were idiots, telling us how the Western society is. And they were telling all kind of stories, which probably they were stories, but that happened once in a million times, but they were making that as a general rule. Like, for instance, they were telling us that in West Germany, because that's where they mostly came from, or Sweden and other areas, I heard them talk, okay? So it's not like someone told me that. They said, well, over there, the owner of a company is not going to hire his son as a CEO or a chief or a manager. No, he's going to hire him starting from the janitorial position, and then as a laborer, dig holes and all that. And then if the son deserves, then he's going to, promote him is going to treat him like anybody else. And we're, oh my God, meritocracy. Woo, woo. I'm pretty much sure something like this happened. Well, in my experience here in the United States, no, it doesn't happen. It happens exactly like in Romania. Hey, buddy, come over here. Now my son is your boss. Yeah, you work for my company 20 years. This is an 18-year-old weasel. He's going to be your boss. Why? Because this is my company. So what are you going to do? You leave, I'm going to hire another one. So that's how it was. So in Romania, we didn't expect this kind of things to happen. Like, I'm going to have a party and I'm not going to pay for it. In Romania happen these kind of things all the time. The politicians do not $15,000 shit. They do other little big things. So the fact that she did it, it doesn't surprise me now, but it would have surprised me then, and I would have looked at Lazy Lizard Truss then as a, my God, wow, she's an abomination. You know what I mean? She is like Obama-mination. So now, well, nothing new. But I'm just saying, how still she got caught. They gave her the bill. She tried to, with her weasels, to, make it like this. But then she's going to pay for it. Well, in Romania, probably not would have happened, because those guys would not find it. If they find it, they would get threatened by the lazy and all that. Or the opposite party will, because they're like that. They're like gangs, where they overlap, that's where they fight. But they have everything clear. I have this industry, you have this industry, we don't intertwine here. When we have little things at the margins, then we pay $15,000. But we keep the millions. Here, you keep the millions over there. Like, for instance, you have in the United States. The military-industrial complex doesn't interfere with the banking system. And the banking system doesn't really interfere with the energy system, right? With energy, how should I call it, area or, sector. So you got, in this case with Ukraine, you got the military-industrial complex making money. Banks are giving loans to the United States. United States prints money. Obviously, inflation goes up. Banks are doing just fine, as you can tell. Some of them go bust, but some of them make profits. And the energies play some sanctions on Russia, and we make ton of money. But this is just by coincidence. They're just lucky. Believe me, they're just lucky. No, don't believe me. Okay. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Lizzie Lazy, I hope you don't come back too soon, okay? See you never. Ciao. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. She must be Romanian.